They've been here, some of them have been here a long, long time. They have lifespans that are thousands of years. They're carnivorous. They are not friendly to mankind. And we've been told you shouldn't talk about that. There are other people say, well, you better not talk about the reptilians. Well, bull. Why not? According to the Andromedans, they're responsible for 31,712 children disappearing. And I'm supposed to just shut up and not say anything about it because people don't want to hear it? That's tough. That's tough.
You come across a subject like reptilian aliens here on the earth, you better go back and do your homework, because if it sounds crazy, it's probably true. I am totally convinced that the world that we live in is being run by entities which are not human. That's my personal belief.
The bloodthirsty God of the Old Testament, I say, is this archontic force. And the Gnostics described how the sons of God, actually the sons of the gods in the original text, interbred with the daughters of men and basically changed the human race. What the Gnostics do is talk about basically the same thing.
So it's very powerful confluence there, or synchronicity, that the Dead Sea Scrolls come out of the ground at the very same time that a celestial disk crashes into the ground in Roswell, and now we have this mixture happening. It's like, okay, how do these two things relate? Is it possible that some of the entities that are described in the Gnostic text, the archons, for example, match up with the entities, the alleged entities that were found in the crash disk at Roswell?
They are not flesh and blood, but they can embody that which is. They are not bound by the laws of time or space. They are the whisper behind your darkest thought, the glitch in your memory, the unseen hand steering civilizations into chaos. They are the Archons. Parasitic, non-physical invaders spawned in the shadow of the stars, and they are already here. According to the Pistis Sophia, they are rulers of the Aeons, seen as archontic in nature, operating as false gods or cosmic jailers. The Vedas and Puranas speak of Asuras and Rakshasas, non-human, often reptilian or shape-shifting beings who interfere with humanity. The Asuras are deceivers who pose as gods and battle for dominion over earth and the heavens. In Kabbalistic texts like the Zohar, they refer to qliphothic forces, shells or husks of spiritual impurity that cling to divine light and distort it. Some esoteric traditions link the qliphoth to archons as anti-creation entities that feed off spiritual entropy. According to the suppressed wisdom of the Nag Hammadi scriptures, rediscovered in Qumran near the Dead Sea, these entities were never meant to enter our world. They were a cosmic error, a malformed creation of the demiurge, trapped outside the harmony of the living universe, but somehow they found a way in. Long before recorded history, before Sumer and Egypt, there were great civilizations, Lemuria and Atlantis, beacons of consciousness and cosmic alignment. But they fell, catastrophically, not just to fire and flood, but to infiltration, corruption, a psychic virus unleashed from beyond our dimension. And the infection didn't stop with Earth. Some say the Archons latched onto entire extraterrestrial races, hijacking minds, warping intentions. Among them, the reptilian Dracos of the Draco star system, a once proud warrior race, now twisted into instruments of domination and control. This is not just our story. It is a cosmic war for consciousness, and humanity is at the center of it.
I am totally convinced for myself, and this is just one man speaking, but I am totally convinced for myself that there is such a thing as reptile alien gods or reptile aliens. Not because David Icke says so, because I'm the one that told David Icke about it when I brought him here back in 1992. Let me finish. I brought David Icke to America back in 1992, and I sat with him and talked with him about the aliens and the reptile aliens, and I showed him all my documents on it, and he got interested in it, and today he's famous for talking about a subject that I told him about a long time ago. But I believe that there are reptile aliens here. There's no doubt in my mind about that. There are many different kinds of life forms out there, and maybe some of them have come here from other places in the universe who, on their planets and on their system, they were reptilian. And they have come here, like all the other different kinds of aliens that are coming here, and they're messing with us. It's just like a party, you know, and there's a big party, and they have party crashers. Gangs come in from other places that come into the party, and they're coming in and saying, "Hey, these are y'all a bunch of young teenagers. We're grown men like a motorcycle gang," and they come in and take over everything, and take over the whole party and destroy everything.
What about them being carnivorous, and particularly with our children, all these missing children?
Yeah, I know. I mean, there's a whole story behind that. But just go and read Don Juan, where Don Juan, the Mexican shaman priest, said that there are aliens who look like us. In his book, Carlos Castaneda's books are very famous. But he said in his book that Don Juan, the Mexican spirit teacher, said that there are aliens who look like us, but they have been manipulating us and lying to us and tricking us, and they're very, very dark and evil, and they're manipulating the whole human race, and they have been from day one. And I thought to myself, reading that, well, that's what I'm saying, the same thing. What Don Juan was telling Carlos Castaneda is that we're being ruled by entities from somewhere else who have created us, and maybe there are good ones who have come from out there and who see us as a creation and who realize what's going on. They know who our creators are and what they're doing to us. So there may be good entities out there like us who want to help us to get out from under this silly nonsense. So we're not at war with government. We're at war with these Elohim, these ancient gods who've been manipulating the human race. I've had enough of them.
Basically, the Andromedans feel that we as a race, human race here, and some talk about the Pleiadians having gotten removed Giza intelligence. The Andromedans have said there are still a few of them here, hiding. So, what has happened is they're doing some things. The Greys, the renegade Greys, not the benevolent, okay, there are definitely two groups, are creating atrocities, and they have totally manipulated many of the superpower governments into a position of checkmate, where they can literally do nothing about the fact that they're here, that we're helping them, that the government's helping them. In other words, we can't remove them. Their technology is so superior to ours that we can't remove them. Okay, we need an outside intervention to literally help us remove them. Okay. They're doing hybridization and many other things. Also, underneath the earth, there are a group of reptilians from Alpha Draconis. The Andromedans want me to relate to everyone that they are not benevolent, that they are in fact quite dangerous to us. And this is another reason why they're here.
Once again, let me ask you, break in. Could the reptilians, could they also have subgroups, subspecies, that some could be benevolent?
Yes, but none of them are on the planet currently.
Okay.
Essentially, they just want me to put it all together and to just put it out there, to just throw it all up in the air and let people take what it is they want. They have said that there will be many people who will be very resistant to the information, but to just go out there and put some cracks in their armor, more or less. Just to put it out there, that everybody, that they understand that everybody wants to deal with love and light, you know. But a lot of people don't want to look at the reality that there is also another part to this. You know, why is the world in such a mess that it is? There are real specific reasons behind it because of manipulation of other races.
The Gnostic writings talk about the archons in terms of they have a great ability to manipulate and create fantasia. In other words, they can create false realities that the target thinks is real. And so we've got to keep that in mind when we are trying to understand what's going on, that I see, in UFO research and in alien research, as they call it, they're still obsessed with the physical. They still have this idea of physical beings flying around in physical spacecraft, when actually that is, at least often, if not all the time, they're just projections into this reality that we see. And the real deal, the real point of manipulation of human affairs is going on way beyond what we can perceive as a reality. And so I think the reason that they take this reptilian form, in the 1940s, in Nag Hammadi in Egypt, just up from Luxor on the Nile, a sealed jar was found. And in that were writings from this Gnostic people, the pre-Christian Gnostic people. They were the people that ran the great library at Alexandria. Another expression of Gnostic thought later was the Cathars in southern France. And one of the common themes of Gnostic belief is that when they started having any success in communicating the way they saw the world, the Roman Church would destroy them. I mean, mercilessly destroy them. And this sealed jar contained writings, many writings, describing how the Gnostics seems to have maybe come from around 100 AD, maybe buried about 400 AD is one of the assumptions. And it's great. One of the great things about it is, unlike biblical texts and other texts that have been in the public domain over a long period of time, they can be changed and manipulated. These have been in a sealed jar. So what you get is what they are. And they talk about this force called the Archons, manipulating human affairs. They relate the Lord Archon, or Demiurge, as they called it, to the Christian, not only the Christian devil, but to the Old Testament God. And they say that the Archons in their prime form are basically energy, awareness, very distorted awareness, but an awareness. But they can take form, these writings say, and about a fifth of these writings were about the Archons. Guess the two forms that they describe that these Archons take. One, reptilian. Second, a form that looks like a grey fetus with big black eyes.